Today, we're talking about navigating the emotional toll of probate. Now, when you get ready to put a house that is part of a probate onto the market, either in the Inland Empire or the high desert, you're going to discover there are a lot of different emotions that come up. From when you finally receive offers on a property and then having to choose one buyer over another. You're also going to run into not knowing about the buyer's ability to really purchase the property. That's where your certified probate real estate advisor will come in so that they can help you to vet the different lenders and their ability to really tell the truth about the buyer and the buyer's ability to qualify for a loan. Now, what's most important when selling the family home in probate is it could be the house that you were raised in. And you may have really liked your parent. And when they pass, there's just a lot of emotion and grieving that can take place. And it makes it very difficult for you and your family to get through the process of preparing and marketing and selling the home. Now, our vision is where every real estate transaction is simple, it's certain, and it's satisfying, whether the deceased is your loved one or you're simply a court-appointed personal representative. You see, the weight of fulfilling someone's final wishes during probate can be totally overwhelming. Now, add in the complexity of a probate real estate sale to the process and then honoring those last requests by your loved one, and this can take a total emotional toll. Now, while probate real estate process varies from state to state, there are ways to simplify the process no matter where you live. So how does an executor handle a real estate sale? Well, first thing you want to do is file the will and other documents required with the probate court in the area of the home where the decedent lived. And in most states, probate laws dictate that the decedent will must be filed with the probate court within 30 days of the date of death. The simplest way to get the help you need to limit the emotional toll with the real estate process is to have an experienced probate attorney involved. The experienced probate attorney will file the will with the probate court within the state's timeline, and they are aware of all of those timelines, as well as manage all the other documentation that's required to meet those probate timelines. And then this minimizes the emotions with the real estate. You'll also want to partner with an experienced certified probate real estate advisor. This is the best way to avoid many legal headaches for yourself. You want to be fully aware and take control of the probate timeline. And once you and your probate attorney file the probate documentation, the probate timeline kicks into gear, whether you're ready or not. And with all the rules and regulations and the deadlines involved in the probate process, many executors and administrators can come to feel really rushed and overwhelmed with very little time to gather all the necessary documents and the forms and all of the paperwork because they've not experienced it before. This is where my Easy Inventory Collector would be a helpful tool. I developed this Easy Inventory Collector to make things easier for my clients, and my Easy Inventory Collector is my gift to you. You can download it when we send it over and use it for your benefit. Hi, I'm Charlotte Volsch. I'm a certified probate real estate advisor, and I help with homes in probate here in the high desert and also the Inland Empire. And if you're finding this of value, I sure hope you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. And then go ahead and comment because I answer every one of the comments. Now, while you can give yourself a little breathing room for a few weeks before filing the will, and even more if there's no will to file, you really don't want to wait too long or you'll unnecessarily delay the lengthy, often over a year-long timeline. See, filing the will with the court triggers many other things during the probate process, including when they'll be able to start the probate real estate sale and access to the bank accounts being able to sell any cars that might be with the estate, and do all those kinds of things. So the sooner you start, the sooner you're in control to finish the probate and handle all of that emotional toll. And then move on with your life. Now let's talk about a big part of the probate process and what can cause that emotional toll on you and your family. It's the probate real estate sale. In most cases, you don't want to wait to officially hire an experienced probate agent to help with the probate real estate sale. You don't want to wait until the court names you as an executor or an administrator in most cases. It's true that failing to complete every step of the probate process within the required timeline can land you in legal hot water. However, jumping the gun can get you into trouble too. See, generally speaking, you have no legal authority until the court has named you as a personal representative, either the executor or the administrator. So in most cases, you really can't do anything, including doing anything with the probate real estate. You can't sell the house, and in reality, you can't even list that house for sale. You also can't even clean the house or start going through all the stuff or even have a garage sale until you've been named as the executor or administrator by the probate court. That's why many people get the probate filed as quickly as possible. Not only can you not list the probate real estate, you can't even sign the probate listing agreement in most cases. So until you've been legally appointed, then you are still in sort of a standstill. As soon as a personal representative to the estate is officially designated, then they can engage a realtor, and then you'll want to consider a certified probate real estate advisor to help you with the home. Your real estate agent will need proof that you are the legally appointed executor or administrator, which means that you are legally able to sign all of the documents and the agreements and eventually the deed to sell the house. However, just because you can't sign any documents to officially hire a certified probate real estate advisor, that doesn't mean you can't consult with one. Just a week ago, I received a phone call asking to have a Zoom appointment with me from Stephen, and he is selling his dad's house. He's waiting to be appointed as the administrator to go through the process of selling his dad's house in probate. So Stephen and I scheduled about an hour together to go over everything that he's going to be responsible for once he is assigned. And the first thing we did was have him go through a video, which I call my pre-initial consultation video. And that starts getting the wheels turning for him about what he's going to be doing in the next few months. And then we scheduled another hour together, and during our Zoom, we talked about everything, including what might need to be done to help his dad's house be more saleable. So Stephen's court date just happened today, and most likely we'll be talking in the next few days to start really dialing in the plan that will help with his dad's house. And the first thing that we'll do is get under contract. That way I'll be Stephen's certified probate real estate advisor, and he will be my client. And my team and I can really start putting a specific plan together for Stephen. And this will make things as simple as possible for him during this long process. See, technically, you can't hire an agent to help you with the probate sale until the letters of administration are issued by the probate court, which names you specifically as a personal representative. And you can interview, and you can select an agent, and you can discuss things like the list price and cost-effective repairs, and if you should maybe paint a bedroom or maybe install some carpet. The probate real estate agent can also prepare a market analysis report and come up with a game plan and a marketing plan and make sure the person you're considering helping you has experience with probate real estate. See, selling a home during the probate process can be much more difficult and take a tremendous emotional toll, more so than a traditional home sale. So it's important that your agent knows about the legal aspects of probate, especially if there's a big legal battle going on over the estate already. It requires a lot of know-how to sell a house during probate because you need to make sure you meet certain deadlines, timelines, and that's following the law of the court. And even if you're already working with a probate attorney, they'll really appreciate you have a certified probate estate advisor helping with the probate real estate. And in many ways, a probate sale and a regular sale are going to be somewhat similar, but it's definitely important that your agent has probate experience just so they understand the differences. Many personal representatives want to sell the house as soon as possible, and then that process, that makes total sense because of the timelines. And prioritizing during the process isn't easy, but one thing you definitely want to tackle as soon as possible to minimize the toll is selling off any assets that are costing the estate money. And most executors and administrators usually want to deal with the important assets first, which typically is going to be the house. See, dealing with a probate real estate is at the forefront because it's incurring costs while it just sits there. You and the estate are paying possibly a mortgage, probably utility bills, definitely taxes and insurance, and all the things, possibly a homeowners association. Of course, that's easier said than done, and you can't sell the house until you empty it first. And that requires going through all the decedent's personal property. Experience shows the personal property is the number one thing that causes a lot of emotional toll for executors and administrators, and then all of the family, because your loved one lived there. And typically, it could be for decades that they lived there. And there's usually a lot of sorting to go through. You know, when grief clouds our judgment, you might find that you're hanging on to too much, or you wind up selling treasured, valuable items for way less than what they're really worth. So if the house and the related expenses are draining the estate, but you're not in an emotional state to get the house ready to sell, it may be time to bring in the experts. For smaller estates, you may be able to find a personal organizer or a decluttering expert who really specializes in estate clearouts. And they charge typically between $30 to $50 an hour. For larger, more valuable estates, it's wiser to hire a reputable estate sale expert who's a member of the National Estate Sales Association. See, the right expert can help you sift through the decedent's belongings and make sure that all the belongings put up for sale sell for what they're worth, all for a percentage of the estate sale proceeds. Of course, if heirs are squabbling over belongings, and that does happen from time to time, and they will hold up the probate real estate sale. So you may be able to remove disputed items from the property, keeping them in a safe place until a decision is reached. That way, you can go ahead and move forward with the real estate sale, even if some of the contents are still being disputed. I hope this has been helpful, and if it is, remember to subscribe, like this video, and comment. And I look forward to seeing you next time.